have a good day, or like, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And at that moment that you thought you weren't doing great, I mean, that's pretty often.
Yeah.
You don't think you're doing a good job, but just that type, not you, me.
Thanks.
No, not me.
Garrett, you kind of suck. It doesn't happen for you a lot. Sometimes you get a good
Me.
job, bro.
Like,
The Sonder Experience.
I'm nervous.
No, don't. It's only been. It hasn't been
3 months is a long time.
3 months.
That's a long time.
3 months, but you've been it's not like you don't talk. You know what I mean? Like, this is, we're talking, hanging out.
Yeah.
You haven't gone 3 months without hanging out.
No, but this room has become like sad for me to walk by every day.
Because you're just not in it, you mean?
Yeah.
But your TV was on. You don't come in here and like hang out?
No.
Oh.
My cousin does.
Okay, because I saw Netflix on, and I'm like, oh, maybe they just come in here and just
No,
watch movies.
No, he comes in here and hangs out and stuff. I kind of don't like being in here almost anymore.
Because
I
like
took so much time off. I feel like, oh, you weren't ever
like
really
you don't
serious
belong
about
to it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you do.
I know, but I got to get back. So thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
This is episode 72.
Dang.
Super excited, super nervous. And we were talking a little bit about, well, we were talking about you want to be a teacher.
Future. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were asking me how I was doing.
Right.
And I let you know that it's just school. And I was thinking about what I've been up to. And it's school and fitness and work. And that's kind of my routine. And it's a routine that I love. And a routine that I've learned to not feel bad about. Because sometimes I feel like I'm on kind of this wheel. And I'm like, oh, like you wake up, do your routine, makeup, gym, schoolwork, repeat, in the gym and all over again. But I've learned to just appreciate that that's a routine that works for me, and happy that I have a routine, instead of feeling bad like, oh, you don't do anything, you don't go anywhere. It's like, but these are the places that I love to be. These are
If you weren't doing that stuff, what else would you do that would actually benefit you the way those things are?
Exactly. These are the things that like Rena is made for, and that Rena is supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, get over that, hurdle over that.
Do you feel like you're missing out on anything?
That's the thing. And I'm like, and it's not even, social media makes me feel that way, because I'm rarely on social media that much anyway. But just sometimes, I don't know, just like background noise. I think, am I not doing anything fun? Or am I, just doing the same things over and over again? But it's just, these are things that fill my cup.
But what's fun?
The gym. The gym is fun. Relaxing is fun. I watch a lot of cartoons, and that's fun. You know what I mean? I'm a plant mom. That's fun. It's just, those are things, and this is what I'm just made to be doing right now. It's like right now it's school, and that was the deal.
But you said, I'm worried I'm not having fun.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what fun would be. I guess other people's definition of fun, like going places and like going out more. Yeah, but it's just it's like, once I'm out, you've heard that. It's like, once you're out, you just want to like come home. I just love being home.
At your age, you just had a birthday.
I just had a birthday.
20 years old.
20 years old.
Most 20-year-olds, their fun is getting drunk, getting high, having sex, doing stuff that they're not ready to do yet.
Yeah.
I've told you this since day one. You're one of the smartest people that I've ever met. I think that's why I enjoy your company so much. Oh. Because you have a good head on your shoulders, and you always have, and you haven't changed.
Yeah, and how long I've known you, yeah.
You're in your lane.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know that until they're in their 30s or 40s.
Exactly.
You're in your lane. I don't see how you're not having, I think that's the most fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like the way that you're living your life, you're not going to be 30, 40 having regrets saying, I wish I wouldn't have done that.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. And it's safe.
I feel like you're saving yourself from a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. And it's not that I'm not like rebellious. I've never had like an itch to be like a rebel, or do things that I'm like, oh, like this is a little risque, but this is what I know is it is safe. And then I think, well, well, do I take risks? Like, am I a risk taker or living this way, staying in my lane? But yes. And I think about the things I do, like with fitness, I take risks. With talking to new people, I take risks. Even like talking to new customers or, things like that are taking risks. And it's just staying. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have described it better. It's staying in my lane, minding my business.
Yeah.
There's so much business to be done here, and if I'm over in someone else's business, then who's here?
Do you feel okay? Do you feel selfish at all?
Being in my lane?
Being in your lane. Not saying that I think you are, but I could see how like outside, not sources, but outside opinions.
Yeah.
Because you're like nobody I've ever met.
Yeah.
And you've said that you're the only one in your family who's like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
so
my mom is very much like me.
I'm talking about the way you eat, the way fitness,
like lifestyle
the
stuff.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have friends.
I have friends.
And I'm sure not all of your friends are just like you.
Correct.
They want to go out. They want to have the fun or
they
whatever. And you're like, that's not what I want to do though.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, do they ever make you feel like, oh, we don't get enough Rena time?
I don't have, like, I have friends. I don't have that many friends. So I don't feel like I'm letting too many people down. And the friends that I do have also have busy schedules. Okay. So it's kind of like we both tell each other, like, we're busy doing this and that. And I know it fills up their cup. And that's why my circle is so, small. And
so you guys are kind of like the same.
The same in a way with like schedule wise. What we fill our schedule with, no.
Staying in your own lanes.
Yeah, but we stay in our own lanes.
That's cool.
And that's
though.
what I want to surround. Yeah.
Man.
Myself.
Well, growing up, I thought the more friends you had, the better life would be.
Yeah.
The cooler you were, you know what I mean? And it's just like.
Yeah, and I enjoy. I think I like talking to new people.
Yeah.
Talking and hearing stories but that doesn't mean that they have to be your friend.
That was my problem.
Yeah.
I wanted everybody to be my friend.
Yeah.
And everybody's not going to be your friend.
Yeah.
And it's hard I invested a lot into that. And that's the stuff that I'm telling you, like the mistakes that I made trying to impress other people that are no longer in my life whatsoever. That hurts for me to have to come to terms with.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that I don't really see that happening for you.
Okay.
Because I feel like you're smart enough to know like all you need is you.
I just said that before I got here.
Did you really?
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the same. And all I'll ever need is just right here with me, and I've learned it's kind of same as you. Like, not that I wanted friends, but I wanted so many people to like me, and I was confused. Like, if someone said something, bad about me, or if someone looked at me wrong or isn't talking to me, I'm like, why don't they like me?
No.
But it's just. You're not everyone's.
No.
Not everyone will fancy you. And then, and I realized as long as Rena is content with Rena, then that's all you need. And anything else is just a supplement.
But it's not even just like, for me, it's people that I actually truly believed were in my close circle that are gone now.
Yeah.
No trace of them in my life. And this was only.
Did it happen like abruptly, you mean, or was it like the slow fizzle?
Both.
Or both?
Both. I've had people in my life that I haven't talked to in years and missed them. I missed them. And I remember the last interaction we had was great.
Yeah.
Ran in, like a specific guy I'm talking about, ran into him at Walmart last Christmas. Told me that he wishes he was never my friend.
He told you that?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, where have you been? I love you. I miss you. And he's like, yeah. Honestly, just when I think about our past, I wish I never did any of that stuff with you. And I was like, what? Like,
how do you?
I helped you through so many issues in your life.
That's really bold.
It hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt really bad.
I wouldn't even know what to say.
I just looked at him and I was like, man. That's breaking my heart because the memories you wish we didn't have are some of my greatest ones. And sorry.
Yeah.
And
then you just kept walking. Or you guys just
We talked for, you know what? It was really weird because I could feel him hurting. He's going through his own stuff.
Yeah.
It's not me.
No.
It's not me, and it never was me.
No.
But he fell into a weird circle that it was he was caving in on himself, and he needed to blame something, somebody, somewhere. And it was easier to blame outward people than to look inside and be like, how did I fuck up?
Yeah.
So I got blamed. And it was really sad because while he was telling me this, I can see there was like sadness in his eyes to tell me this because I knew he didn't believe it.
Yeah, but you're just finding
it was still easier for him to hurt me than to work on himself, right?
Yeah.
And it was almost like we broke up kind of, but like a good breakup because the end of the conversation I was like, dude, I love you. I'm always going to love you and I'm going to miss you. And we hugged and then that was it. Never talked again. Haven't talked again. Won't probably ever talk again.
Yeah.
And we talked to people that we know. He's got friends that are my friends, you know, and he talks to them.
But not you.
But not me. And I helped that dude through most of his life. I pulled him out of a lot of nasty, ugly situations. I was there for him when his family wasn't there for him.
Yeah.
And for him to just hate me all these years without any communication, I've always reached out to him.
And you wonder if these other friends helped him in the same way or just as much, you know, even if you say like, probably not, that's not conceited. I mean, I'm willing to bet you probably helped him the most of what you're telling me.
I would say that.
And I wonder, it's funny, not funny, but it's interesting. It's ironic that the person who's most helpful is the person that you're making out to hate the most or dislike the most.
But that's why I think it's inward because I think he's embarrassed.
That you had to help him so much or that he embarrassed of what?
Like embarrassed of the way that he treated me after I treated him. I treated him amazing.
You know, and he probably doesn't have these standards with his other friends.
Correct.
Because they didn't do that much for. It's like we're like solving a puzzle. You know, it's like they didn't help him in that way, so he didn't feel like he needed not owe them that much.
Yeah.
But, you know, he probably held you at such a high pedestal. Yeah, like you're saying. And it's, you know, you can't repay that, you know.
I never asked for anything.
Yeah.
I never wanted anything. Nothing.
He's probably just like not used to that.
Yeah.
So what do I do with this?
Yeah.
It was just,
you know what
this
it was
giving.
is when we were kids, like I'm telling you now, we went to high school together. We played on the same football team together. Like I still care for this guy.
Yeah.
I go above and beyond to show my love for my friends and people that I care about.
You do. Yeah.
When we would drink, I paid for everything. When we partied, it was me. I'm picking you up. I'm making sure you get home safe. If you don't have a place to stay, you stay at my house. I'm giving.
To him or to all your friends?
To everybody. But he was there for the birth of my first child. He stayed with me in the hospital for like 48 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for him to tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why it hurts so bad is like, I have that memory. You stayed up with me and we talked and we laughed and we cried and
you would have never thought that he felt that way in those moments. You know?
My kids, he bought a Cardinals jersey for Trent and Trent outgrew it and it went to Wyatt. And my kids still ask, where is he at?
Really?
Yeah. We introduced him as, like, when the kids were older, we introduced his uncle. Wow. I loved this dude. I still love this guy. I did nothing wrong to him. But he blames me for what I can't even tell you. It's really sad to me because I'm a good person, I feel like.
I do too.
I've done fucked up shit, but I love hard. And when people are out of my life, I feel like, man, I'm humble enough to know that I'm replaceable as a person, as a friend, and that sucks to say, but I'm cocky enough to know that, like, you're going to miss out, bro.
The position will be filled, but the feeling won't.
No. You won't have a friend like me.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
What I brought onto you. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is about me.
I don't.
Because I've had that my whole life.
And it's important that you mention, but I still love him. Because the ego is so powerful that you could easily say, screw that guy.
Yeah.
You know, but what will that do for you? You know, then rather than just put a weight on you, you know, then just love is so free flowing.
Yeah, I can't hate the guy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I wish we could sit down even and just be like, dude, why?
Yeah. Why does he feel that way? you
Yeah.
mean?
Why anything? What happened?
Yeah. But honest, he doesn't owe you an explanation.
No.
You
not
know
at
what
all.
I mean? Not in a bad way, but it's just that's what it, again, like it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He feels this way, and then he's, you know, he said that he felt that way.
Yeah.
So
Even though I believe it's wrong, I have to respect it.
yeah,
But
yeah. But I don't think it's anything about Garrett. I think
did
it's so
nothing.
powerful. I think you're so powerful in the effect that you have on people and the way you make people feel that, like I said, most are just overwhelmed and have never felt that way, or somebody treat them in that way, that they just don't know.
But why
It's
wouldn't
a
you
new
want to keep
feeling.
that? Like, why wouldn't you
You're
try that
scared.
hard?
You're scared to keep that.
I didn't
to
want him
feel
to be
that.
my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be. I didn't want anything from him.
Maybe, yeah. My best guess is that he couldn't give that back.
Yeah.
He couldn't be that type of friend back.
Yeah.
And deep down, you know, like, wow, like this guy deserves a lot,
Yeah.
and I can't be that for him.
Yeah.
So what do? Instead of admitting that, we turn it around and say, like, you're the bad one.
But that's so silly.
It is so silly, but it's because it all comes down to ego.
Yeah.
The ego is just too powerful, and you have to silence it. But
you know
it's
what else too is
streams.
I don't write off any of those memories that we have as being fake because they were genuine.
You felt that
I
they were
own
genuine.
those memories.
Yeah.
Whether he wants them or not, for whatever weird reason,
Mm-hmm.
those molded a part of my character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so heartbreaking. It's so weird. And you know what? If he called me today and was like, dude, I need to have lunch with you. All right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't
Like,
say like, well, now he's on my time.
nope. And
You
I
would
wouldn't be
just-
like, oh, now he needs nothing. I wouldn't make him feel bad for it. I wouldn't nothing.
Mhm.
I'd just be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like finally. You
Yeah.
know? Even if it's to tell me off, it's like, all right, you found enough respect for me to give me your truth, whatever it is.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's-
wonder how that conversation would go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
He'll watch this. That's what's crazy.
He watches your podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
From a
And if he doesn't watch it on his own, our mutual friends will send it to him.
Really?
Yeah. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not having this conversation. I'm not trying to talk to him through you. I'm not any.
Yeah.
This is
No.
how I genuinely feel. I've always
Mhm.
felt this way.
Yeah.
If he never sees this, I
And
still
this
feel this way.
bothers you. Would you say this bothers you, or is it just it's just neutral, like you don't feel any specific way about it? Or are you genuinely bothered by like his behavior and what he said to you?
I was,
Yeah.
but I feel like enough time has gone by, and I have enough great things in my life that I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
Would you say like you've accepted the fact that he just
I have no choice to.
yeah.
Because I have no choice.
Choice
to.
not to? You mean like you have to accept it?
I have to accept it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because what am I going to do? I'm not going to grovel and beg.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to plead for, hey, please
Yeah.
let me be in your
I
life.
can't see you begging for anybody. Yeah.
When I'm sitting here saying, oh man, I don't know if this makes me an arrogant asshole or something. I'm a better friend to people than they've ever been to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need anything from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes me a good friend.
Do you try to like top someone's actions?
No.
You just are better.
No.
Oh,
I don't think I'm better.
yeah.
I just think I'm more.
Better friend though.
See, that's why this is like a fine line. I want to find the right words to say because I'm not like,
You're not conceited or arrogant, like you know.
but I know what I bring to the table. That's why I'm not afraid to eat alone.
yeah.
you know what I'm
okay, when you
saying?
say that, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, just because we're not friends anymore doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy because I still want to see you eat too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's,
Have you ever felt any sense of jealousy towards anyone?
oh, come on. All the time.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Even towards you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
All the time. I'm
I-
such an envious person.
Okay, but not like a I want to be you.
No.
But
Just like, man, I bet that'd be nice.
Okay.
I feel like you know what I mean?
Okay. So more envy, not the
Yeah, because no two of my friends are the
jealousy.
same.
Yeah.
I can talk to anybody, anywhere about anything. I can talk to, like in high school, I would talk to the gothic kids. I would talk to the nerds. I would talk to the deviants. I would talk like I was those things when I needed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a good mirror.
Yeah.
I can mirror people, and I think that's why people like me.
Mirror like someone's actions, you mean, or mirror like the vibe of the conversation?
I can find common ground with anybody.
But you don't just try to tell people what they want to hear, but you just
not tell them what they want to hear, but
Yeah.
I can make you feel comfortable being you.
Yes. Okay, that's a good way. I think I'm the same because I've even thought like, oh my gosh, am I just like trying to agree with what this person is saying just so this
No.
conversation can go well? But yeah, I would agree with that.
I've definitely done that,
Okay.
but I've done that with people that I know aren't going to be in my life very long. And
Yeah.
this, like, I just need to.
Or that will have trouble accepting.
I just need to keep you happy for this conversation because it's probably our last one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's cool with me.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not so like.
But like you and Samantha, like you guys will share your different opinions on things. You won't just tell her what she wants to hear. Or
hardly.
Yeah. Okay.
Like almost never.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not I wouldn't be doing anybody a service if I did that. Like if you were just in this echo chamber and everybody agreed with you.
Because what's the point then of different,
there's no growth
different
in that.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
And if you center your life around, it's so interesting about trying to get people to believe what you believe, feel what you feel, then why have any differences? Why do differences exist? And I think I've been guilty of that often. It's like, oh my gosh, why don't you, just do this? Like, this is easier.
Yeah.
That why not this way? Have you tried this way? Instead of, wow, maybe this way is okay.
Yeah.
And my way is okay. And we can both coexist with both of our ways. It sounds very like simple, but it's very complex at the same time. It's just instead of, differences are good.
I'm going to say two things. The first thing I'm going to say is the reason I have this show in the first place is because, again, I've said this so many times. Sonder is a word that means everybody has a life unique, just like you.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know until you sit and talk with them.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say the reason I started this show is because I have a problem with that. And it's hard for me sometimes to realize that
A problem with people being
understanding of it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get in this way that like I forget that Rena is her own person. And
instead of
when she's not in my eyes, she still exists out there doing Rena stuff.
Oh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
Rena doesn't exist just to be Garrett's Rena.
Yeah. Like Rena's off doing her own thing even when she's not in Garrett's studio.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
you're your own Garrett. I'm my own Rena.
you're in your body though.
But I can't see past anything that I can see.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So I have a hard time, even with Samantha, because I'm like, it's selfish. Because I'm like, you're my wife. I'm feeling bad. I need you to console me.
But she's Samantha.
You don't just exist to do what I need.
Yeah.
And that's hard sometimes for me to, like, I know it, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's hard to not realize it.
Yeah. Like you're Garrett. You're my friend Garrett.
Yeah.
But you're also your two sons' father.
Yep. I'm a father. I'm
You're
a husband. I'm a son myself. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have so many. That is mind-boggling.
It's
when you
weird,
put it
right?
That way. Yeah.
Because you not only existed in my life, but you only existed in my line of sight when I saw your car pull up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, okay, she's here.
Yes.
She's in my world.
But any other time,
You're in your world always.
Rena's doing Rena things.
Rena's doing Rena things
Yeah.
always. It's weird to think about sometimes, and it's.
Do you think I don't think it's bad.
I love it.
Yeah.
I wish I had more. I wish I realized it more often.
And realizing that, what do you do with that? Once you realize that, then what? It helps you what?
Treat people better.
Oh.
I think
Why?
because you don't just exist to be a guest on my show.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I exist because I'm human and
You
I'm
exist
here.
because I love you and I want you around.
Yeah.
And that's better to me than to think I need you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I feel like my time with you is more enjoyable because you could be off anywhere else doing Rena things.
Yeah.
And you're doing stuff with me.
Oh.
And we're doing stuff together.
Yeah.
You're not doing stuff for me. You get what I'm saying?
With you. Yes.
This is an active choice
Coexisting.
that you're
Yes.
sitting here talking to me. And for me, I cherish that because it's like you could do anything else.
It's so funny. We are like this. We think very similarly.
Do we?
Same. Yeah. I'm thinking your like time is so sacred, and I've always felt there. I don't think there is such thing as a waste of time. I don't know if I've spoken about this before on a pod, but
Maybe, but go please.
I don't think there's. I think time is made to be spent the way it is. And in a way, I kind of feel like our lives are mapped out in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, just a rough layout.
Like a
we get to
blueprint.
make decisions, yes. But the way that your life is going to go is kind of, it's in the cards already. If that makes sense. But,
Like fate?
yeah.
You believe in fate?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just time. I don't believe in wasting time, but I'm spending my time, yes, like you said, because I want to be. And time is so sacred. Time is so special, and you'll never get this back. But just, yeah, somebody choosing to spend that part of their lives with you that they'll never get back.
Yeah.
And to be there with you and to be present with you. We're not on our phones, you know, and we're just being here and present with one another. Out of all the people in the world, just so many people. Yeah, like you said, so many things we can be doing, so many people we could be with, and we're choosing to be with each other.
Right.
When you think about it like that, it's like, dang, yeah, it makes you appreciate that other person, time.
Yeah.
It's just such a beautiful concept.
And we're having
You
this
know?
like aha profound moment right now because this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You're not going to walk around all day going, look at the, like, you know what I mean? Life is great. Like you're going to live your life too, you know?
Yeah, but this will live, you know.
But it is
these live in
always
the
a
back.
fact.
Yeah.
It is always a fact. It's just, I wish I spent more time in it.
And my question, now I have a question. Does it take moments of sadness or anger or feelings for you to remember this again? Or do you remember things like this, topics, concepts like this just out of the blue? Or does it take a bad experience for you to remember, okay, remember, life is beautiful, life is great, you know? Or sometimes it just pops into my mind out of nowhere. But often I'm stressed or something, and then I have to remember this, bring this back out. But why can't it? Why can't it live on forever? Why can't we have this thought always? Why? You know, why does it take for something?
I think it is some sort of chemical
trigger
reaction to an emotion.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because what were we talking about before this? My buddy who isn't my buddy anymore.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the question why always gets brought up. And I think that's when you start to ponder stuff. Because I know a lot of times I spend my time almost in like autopilot for people. I'm here, but I'm thinking about other stuff sometimes.
Other stuff like about
Just in general.
just about life.
Not even.
Or just about the other person.
Mundane things that really don't matter.
Okay.
You know?
While like you're having a conversation with someone, you mean?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I wish I was more attentive to that person.
I think it was you can't spend more than just like, is it a minute or however long? It's a very short amount of time. Just focused.
Really?
You lose. Yeah. Your mind can't stay on one thing for very long unless you train it. You have to train your mind to do that and sit in silence. Just sit in silence. Just sit and watch the window and just watch the clouds and just think nothing but clouds. Just clouds. No cars, no trees, no nothing, no people walking, just clouds. And it's a very short amount of time. I forget how long you can it's just clouds.
We're like goldfish.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
That's weird.
But our minds, it's just we live in just such a fast-paced, everything's going on, and we can't do that.
I know for me, I have a problem shutting it off. I can't stop thinking.
Yeah.
And that's why bedtime's so hard for me. Because I'll sit there and I'll replay the whole month in my head.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks really bad.
And it's hard because I try to remember myself and tell other people, although it's hard for me to live by this. But the more you think about it, it's that doesn't, how I said there's I feel like there's a slight blueprint.
Yeah.
That's not going to change any of that.
You don't think so?
Unless you're like very in certain situations, like say I'm thinking about, okay, I relate everything to fitness, but maybe this workout can go this way. Maybe I can put this exercise before this. Thinking, then maybe that way. But mainly like the past, or thinking about Monday, or it's not gonna, what does that do for you?
Well, wouldn't that just
replaying
be planning?
Situations?
Aren't you just planning? So aren't you creating that yourself then?
Creating
your future? Like, I don't think it's already
thinking.
planned out for you. So like,
No,
okay, let me ask you, 20 days from now,
mm-hmm.
is what's going to happen in 20 days going to happen whether you say yes or no?
I think we have these decisions that we can make along those 20 days that are already laid out that'll lead us to what's going to happen in those 20 days.
But
almost like you can go left or you can go right.
But you're going to get there. Is there a way you don't get there? Is there a way you get from A to Z without B, C, D, E, F, G?
My mind might change on this later, but right now I think you'll get from A to Z.
So life
somehow.
is just connect the dots and you'll get there and there'll be a picture at the end.
Oh, I don't want to like say that.
And I'm not calling you out.
No, I don't. Because sometimes I guess it not planned out, but certain, like you have those moments you're just like, I knew that was gonna happen. It's just the more I feel like you trust your instincts and listen to your instincts, then yes.
Okay.
But I think the more you go against that conscience, then no. It's still kind of a thought in the making,
So then
This
what
is
are you
something
in
I've been
charge of?
thinking. Those decisions, like left or right.
But you were going to make them anyway.
It's so tough.
It's a weird concept
Oh my
to try because
gosh.
it's not physical. It's just thinking.
What do you think? Do you think it's just all up to you? But yeah, it's like, would that mean that there's no fate? If everything is left to you?
I think it has to be a choice.
Yeah.
I think it has to 100% be a choice. Because nothing in my life, okay, crazy off the wall example, nothing in my life would make anybody think that I'm a serial killer cannibal. Right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
But if I just made the choice to do it today, right now, was it fate still?
I don't know that you would,
But I could, is what I'm saying.
You could, but I think something inside you wouldn't let you do that.
Yeah, you're right.
If that makes sense. Something would stop you unless you had to do something. I don't think that the body is so smart. I don't think your body or your mind would let you do something like that.
Okay, then how about this? The World Trade Center, 9/11.
Okay, yeah.
Most of those people were just doing their everyday today thing.
Yeah.
Building catches on fire after planes hit. There's no way to get down. They commit suicide because they'd rather jump than burn. But those people were never suicidal in their life. They probably had a birthday party to go to later that week. Or
I didn't know people jumped out of the building.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, you're not, how old? 20?
20. Happened. Yeah.
But you would have been so young.
Yeah.
I remember they brought the TV into class, and then we were in one classroom, and a teacher from another classroom came in with tears in her eyes and was just like, turn on the TV. And we were watching it, and then I saw the second plane hit, and I was like, well, I was too young to know what's going on. I'm like, this is crazy. I don't get it. But then I do remember, and I've watched it now again on like YouTube and stuff. You could hear, and people were like, what is that?
People hitting the floor.
It was people hitting the floor. Because they were on whatever floor they were on, and the middle was on fire. You're not getting out. and fire rises. So you're going to burn to death
Yeah.
or jump.
Yeah.
But those people were never suicidal, probably.
Mm.
So then, is it still fate?
No, because this is what was presented. And then your body knows this or that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's because they made that decision because of the circumstance they were in.
But what decisions did they make to be in that building at that time?
Oh. Yeah, I don't.
So I believe you could believe in fate.
Yeah.
If it worked the same for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you think there's no fate?
If it was universal.
Yeah.
But I feel like to believe in fate, there'd have to be some sort of like physical proof of it.
Does fate have to be when I think of fate, I think usually good, but fate is, you're saying, anything.
Good can't
Good or
exist
bad.
without bad, though.
Good or bad fate. Yeah.
It would have to be
Yeah.
everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think you guess
Did this
you're
just
right.
get evil? Do we need to open the door?
No,
fresh
no,
air?
but that's really that's an interesting point that you make, that, you know, they just went to work
They just
that
went to
day.
work.
because they knew that was their routine. They
Yeah.
knew I get up and I go here and this is what I do. Then I come home and
But it's even more than that. It's not the people that just went to work. It's the people that got on the plane that day.
to go
Yeah.
kill people. Yeah.
It's to visit family. They were on the plane that got hijacked.
Oh.
Those passengers were on that plane to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People
Yeah.
were waiting for them at the
Yeah.
airport.
I thought you meant the people who hijacked the plane, just knowing that
it
they were
would have
gonna
had to
kill
be
themselves.
planned from the beginning for
Yeah.
everybody. Those
Yeah.
pilots
Mhm.
would have had to be planned by the time they were kids going to school, to go to pilot school, it would have all had to work perfect.
Mhm.
I can't see everybody's fate being one fate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's individual
Yeah.
fates.
But all those fates met the same ending.
Yeah.
So how does
Yeah.
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I also selfishly, I don't want to think that I don't have a choice.
Uh-huh.
That's my thing too, is I don't want
Yeah.
to give up that much
Yeah.
freedom, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't want to, and it would be kind of boring to think everything's planned out for me, because then what's the point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Yeah.
I feel like we have free will for a reason. I hope that counts.
Yeah. I think so too. I just wonder why some things that I'm so certain I saw this happening.
Yeah.
I saw this. I knew it.
Intuition.
I felt it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm getting fate confused with intuition.
But I think you've seen it before. I think the human brain is very intelligent to, like, you can see patterns, and that's why you felt
Do you
like it
think
was
that
gonna,
I almost felt like I predicted that because of previous experiences?
kind of, but it's not like this mythical thing, because, like, the sun's coming up tomorrow, right?
Hopefully.
But like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that I could tell you right now that you'd be like, yeah,
That would make me think otherwise.
right,
No.
because it's been a pattern.
Oh.
But it's not this crazy huge thing.
Like, oh my
even-
gosh, guess what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it happens. I think
Yeah.
things happen.
Yeah.
And there's enough TV and enough movies and enough life experience to see patterns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That makes sense. But even
But I'm not right.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. But yes, with things that are part of the routine, or that we think is the normal routine, but I'm saying, like, with things I thought people were going to say. I had a feeling like so and so was going to say that, or I had a feeling, I was going to see this or this, like this happened and that was crazy because this happened right after.
Yeah.
That sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And I just, certain things that I'm like, I don't have an explanation for that.
Yeah.
That's the part where I'm like, oh my gosh, because it's been happening, I feel like, more in the last like year.
Okay.
And I don't know, I can't give you an example right now because they happen and I try to write them down, and it's just, but I try to read through those.
But you're also changing.
Yeah.
You're changing physically, as far as like the wiring in your brain you're growing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a child anymore.
Yeah.
So you don't have a child's brain.
Yeah.
You don't just walk through life willy-nilly, everything's going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Now you have more worry.
Yeah.
And so you're starting to see, it's sad because you almost have to start thinking like a cynic to take care of yourself and to make sure that you're properly cared for. You have to think of the worst to stay out of it.
Yeah.
At least that's how I think, especially with having kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I go to the mall or we take them to the store, or we take them, I'm always like, somebody's going to hurt him. Somebody's going to steal him. Somebody's going to, you know what I mean?
And you're the one worrying about that. But it's
probably never going to happen.
It's crazy to think that when you were young or when you were their age, worry.
Doesn't exist.
Everything you were catered to.
Yeah.
Now, we don't feel that way about other people.
No.
We don't cater towards unless they're our children or unless they're children. You know, we don't baby ourselves.
Yes.
That way.
And people aren't babying you anymore.
No.
They allow you to see the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we should always treat ourselves like a not baby ourselves, but be towards ourselves the way that we are towards our children. Or
yeah, but you weren't thinking that when you were 7.
Trying to take care of myself. And do you think I got that from the way I was cared for?
No, I think you grew up. I think the wires started connecting.
Yeah.
I think the chemicals in your brain started settling.
Fizzing.
I think you started to you're adapting.
Yeah.
I think, and the way that 20-year-old Rena is way more unexperienced than 30-year-old Rena.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I'll watch this back and think totally different thoughts probably in the next
or
years.
heightened.
Yeah.
But I doubt you're going to stay stagnant.
Yeah.
Because that's not, first of all, that's not you. But second of all, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
You adapt, you grow, you learn. Because 10 years, the 20 years that you've lived now, that's a lot of life experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. But you don't know because you just day by day.
40 years is even more. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's not like every step that you take, you're not counting every step. It's just something that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every second that passes, you're like, that's another second. That's another second. No, it's just happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to believe in fate. It's really hard for me to believe in fate.
Yeah.
And it might be an ignorance is bliss type of thing. Yeah. But I like to think that I still believe in coincidences.
What do you think that is?
A coincidence?
Yeah.
A series of happenings that just happen to line up. I don't know.
Just out of nowhere?
Kind of like rolling dice and you get double sixes.
Really?
Like, what are the odds of that happening? But it can happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that coincidence, I think everything's on kind of like a spectrum. Like that's like minor. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But
yeah.
Life coincidences, I think those are, they talk to you. You know? I think that means, or just
like what? Give me an example.
Okay, if like
you talking about like knowing your boyfriend's cheating on you? You just
no.
have a gut feeling.
But no, because like say you had other boyfriends that have cheated on you.
Okay, so that's where I was about to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then no, but just a coincidence like so and so was here at this very time that I was about to do this or make this bad decision. You know, but so and so came and they helped me and you know, they took me away from what I was about to.
That happens to me all the time. But I don't think that's fate.
Often?
All the like daily.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. I think there's a different word for that.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Just things that come at the right time.
It's more than a coincidence, but less than fate.
I think that's universal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When things just happen to spring up or, you know, someone gives you that text right when you were thinking something along those lines. Like, oh, like, have a good day or like, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And at that moment that you thought you weren't doing great. I mean, that's pretty often.
Yeah.
You don't think you're doing a good job, but just that type. Not you, me.
Thanks.
No, not me.
Garrett, you kind of suck. It doesn't happen for you a lot. Sometimes you get a good job, bro.
Like when you text me, like you're doing great, like you're such a hard worker, and I'm like, I needed that because often I don't think I'm doing enough of a good job. Like
okay.
That me, I mean.
Yeah.
Garrett.
Thanks, dude.
Those I think. They have it's a message.
Yeah.
But I think, are we supposed to try to interpret that message or are we supposed to just leave it?
I don't.
Do you ever feel like something's protecting you?
Oh yeah.
What?
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
I believe it's God,
Okay, yeah.
but specifically Jesus as God.
Do you think Jesus is protecting you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think not only that, but I think that if I could physically see everything that he's protected me from, I would lose my mind.
Why?
I don't know. Just
So you think he's guiding you?
keeping me. Because I have the choice.
So you think he knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, of course. I think he's already into tomorrow.
What about your life?
Yes.
So you think that your life is planned by
No.
this higher being?
No.
So what is he just working day by day?
No. He already knows.
But now it's up to you to know?
It's my choice. I have an option.
So you don't think you're swayed by anything in your mind?
Yeah, of
telling you-
course.
Yeah.
I think even as a child, because I grew up in a Christian household.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The Muslim who grows up in an Islamic household,
Yeah.
he's going to believe,
Yeah.
they're going to believe
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, atheists who grow up in an atheist household, they're
Mhm.
going to believe that.
Mhm.
I think you're indoctrinated into a lot of things, and I think a lot of stuff comes from childhood. But I still can't say that that's fate.
It's fate. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It might be a different word.
Yeah.
Or it's a different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't even like to say that I'm a Christian
Okay.
because I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Because
You don't know enough about it. Not about the religion, but you don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know enough about fate, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is Christians can't even all agree because you got your Methodists, then you got
Yeah.
your Baptists, then you got your.
Yeah.
You can't even agree on it.
Mm-mm.
So why would I follow that? I just say that I'm a follower of Christ.
Or push other people to. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's not for. I'm only even talking about this because you asked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's very easy for me to just get into that because I believe it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can't be shook on that.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah.
It's still weird, but I think that's why, because of everything that I know about free will and everything like that,
Mhm.
that's why it's hard for me to believe in fate, because I could actively choose to sin. And most
Yeah.
days I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was just some robot programmed to do something, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But because I have free will and make my choice,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like say
It's so interesting.
it's weird. It's
a
weird, but
lot
it's
to
kind of
think
cool because
about.
it's got to be empowering a little bit to think that you have a little more decision over your life than fate.
Than fate. Yeah, I don't think it's all fate. I think there's sprinkles of fate. Does that make sense?
No.
I think there's not everything, like certain points in your life when you not need that fate, but again, it's just something beyond me.
Do you believe in soulmates?
No.
Not
I
at
don't
all.
think I believe in soulmates, but I believe that you're meant to meet the people that you meet, whether they're lessons or whether they're there to teach you about yourself. I often think maybe this person is in my life not to teach me a lesson about who to watch out for, particularly guys, but it's maybe this guy was meant to be here so I could learn something about myself that I didn't know before. In that way, like he taught me that, wow, I don't do well with this, and I think, okay, he was brought into my life. He was supposed to be here to show me that, to help me learn that about me. And now he's gone. But I think he was going to come regardless.
Okay. But I think, I don't know. Again, fate would have to be universal because not everybody's as smart as you. And you put you first.
Yeah.
Some people don't do that. Some people fall head over heels into a relationship just to make the other person happy.
Yeah.
And you make yourself happy.
Yeah.
You expect them to make themselves happy. And then you guys come together and enjoy that happiness that you bring.
Yeah.
Not that you're looking for other people to be happy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there could be another guy who comes in and manipulation's a real thing, right? And I think for people that don't have the standards and morals like you do, can get taken advantage of, especially at a young age. That's why I don't think it's universal, because it would have, that's why I don't believe in fate, because I feel like it would have to be universal.
Yeah.
It would have to belong to everybody.
Yeah, and if it didn't, the way it is right now, then everybody would have my same story. But obviously the guy that I'm with doesn't have the same story as I do.
Right.
You know, because in that story, I'm the one, I win.
But
you know, so
there's enough patterns
yeah.
to make the right decision.
Yeah.
Because you've seen it before.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
It does.
I'm not trying to convince you of anything.
No, this is we're having a conversation.
Again, I don't think I'm right. I'm telling you straight up, I don't know shit about shit.
It's hard. It doesn't seem like I have all my facts. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, there's fate, but sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So it's something worth thinking about.
Yeah.
Thinking more.
If there's
deeply.
fate sometimes, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I know I can always make a different decision.
Yeah.
So
that is certain.
I'd rather stay with that.
That belief.
Just because that makes sense to me, and I don't have to wonder, is this fate? I can always know this is my choice.
This is your power. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good way. That's a good.
I don't know. Makes me feel better because I'm not like just this mindless thing walking around going, "What's gonna happen today?" I'll tell you what's gonna happen
question
today.
Mark.
Yeah.
Walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think when you're firm in your life and you're firm in what you're gonna do, then it's a good way to be.
But you know what's cool is, to backtrack a little bit, we were talking about like you chose to be here with me to spend your time with me.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
So you're not just making an impact on my life one-on-one, right? You're going to impact 20 little ones at a time.
Yeah.
And for how many hours of the day, how many hours of the week? Dude, they're going to spend, there's going to be a time where they're going to be spending more time with you than mom and dad.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power, and that's a lot of influence.
Yeah.
You can basically mold these little guys to be little Renas.
Yeah.
You can have your own little army.
Yeah.
Does that scare you a little bit? Can we talk about you wanting to be a teacher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. Oh my gosh, I've wanted to teach since I was little. Oh my goodness. Since my kindergarten teacher, I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
I want to wave my little magic wand.
Yeah.
I want to point to words. I want to write on the whiteboard. I've wanted to do that since I would play school.
Yeah.
I would ask everybody to play school with me. And I'd want to make my lessons or whatever. But no, and I know my limits, and I think I haven't done any like student teaching experiences or anything like that. But I go in shadow occasionally, and I like watch other teachers do what they do, and I interact with the children, but I would never abuse my power in that way. Purposefully, yeah. If anything, I know the way I am, and I think certain characteristics about yourself, you're just going to have forever.
Yeah.
I'm always going to have some of this, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just those little things. You can change. People can change themselves.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm always going to have, like we were speaking about, everyone's best interest in mind, and I never want anyone to be upset with me.
Gotcha.
I know I'm always going to be that way.
Yeah.
I would never want, especially a child, to ever feel like I'm upset or mad at them.
Yeah.
And I think it's from experience, from the way that I would feel when someone would tell me, like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Or it just made me, I didn't like that feeling. I just felt so small, and I would never want to inflict that on a child. So in that way, I know already I'm going to do everything I can to explain, okay, this maybe isn't the best decision.
Right.
Talking loudly, talking over each other, not raising your hand, running in the class, in a way where I'm not using words like don't, you can't, stop.
Yeah.
Instead, try walking instead.
Yeah.
Walking might be safer.
Yeah.
You know?
But then they don't listen to that.
Walk, please.
Okay.
That way. You know what I mean?
That's nicer.
Yes. And I would.
But that's still like.
It is a little, firm. Or, you're raising your hand and you talk. Okay. Or explaining to everybody, when we talk over one another, we can't hear what everybody has to say, and we want everyone to have a turn.
We might miss something.
We might miss something, and
Yeah.
we might be able to learn something from our friends.
Right. Okay.
Right. And
Yeah.
that way and I don't want to be too, I plan on being a teacher, but I don't want everything to have to be a long drawn out teaching moment.
No.
But yeah, in that way, helping them realize why it could be a little bit better this way. But also I'm beginning to understand I can learn a lot from children. Maybe they're telling me in a way, this is what helps me learn. This is what, and adapting to that instead of thinking, I don't want to ever feel like I'm in charge. I've never felt, more power that way.
Yeah.
And I will be the, I'm the decider. I'm
Right.
the leader
You're
of the
in charge.
classroom, but I want everyone to feel even in a way with me, not into the point where disrespectful.
I feel like they
you
should
can't
feel even with each other.
and
I
I'm
don't
just a
think-
little bit.
No, I think you want to.
And it's hard for me to say that. It is hard for me to want to feel that way.
I know, but
We can't be friends.
But they need that.
Yeah.
They need to look up to something because they're sponges, right?
Yeah.
They need that example.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because if they think you're just a big kid, well, I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you remember your kindergarten teacher?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How were they with you? Did you know she was in charge?
I knew she was in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we would quiet down when she would tell us to
Yeah.
quiet down. And yes. So I think once I'm in it, I'm not in it. I'm just speaking from
Of
the
course,
outside right now.
yeah.
So I think once I'm in it, then there'll be times where everyone's running around and no
Yeah.
one's being quiet, where I'm going to have to turn on like that.
And I guarantee how you teach your first year will not be how you teach your 10th year.
No.
100%.
Yeah.
Because your wires will start connecting.
Yeah.
You'll grow. You'll
Yeah.
adapt.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And then, you're sitting here saying that you might learn something from them. I think you're definitely going to learn something from your kids.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be what 2 + 2 is. I think it's going to be how to be present and how to enjoy little things and to learn how to become in awe of the simple.
I think so too. Kids are so in awe of the
Yeah.
smallest
Yeah.
of a sticker. You know
I've
what I
never
mean?
loved anything more than my kids have loved bubbles.
Yeah.
And bubbles are in the mix and it's just like,
And just
oh.
watching them love bubbles.
Yep.
You're like, I wish
I
could
felt that way
feel
about
this
anything.
way about,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's beautiful. Then you have that little picture in your mind of bubbles
Yeah.
when things, aren't going your way.
Right.
Yeah, I think in a way they just make us, what's the word? They bring us back.
I feel like they soften you.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think we need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm excited. There's so many aspects that I'm excited for. But yeah, right now it's scary knowing there's tests that I need to take and
Yeah.
just
But you're smart.
different. Yeah.
That you can do.
yeah.
That is not an issue for me to think about for you.
Yeah.
You will be a teacher. If that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
I can believe that for you.
Mhm.
No problem. I'd put money on it.
Yeah.
I think that your struggles with that would come in different ways, like having to say goodbye to the kids every year. You see what I mean? That would hurt.
I already think about about moving up ceremonies
Yeah.
that I'm gonna have to attend. I'm like, I'm not going.
Yeah. I'm sick.
My guy.
But there are
Thanks,
other
dude.
things that you have to think about too.
Yeah.
What if you have an abused kid
Yeah.
and he tells you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
what if you have a poor kid?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff exists and that stuff's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you are just such a good-hearted person
Mhm.
that's gonna you're very empathetic,
Yeah.
and I think that's gonna take a toll on you for a little bit.
I think so too. And I think that it's gonna, situations like that will
Yeah.
come home with me.
100%.
And I do fear like I won't be able to turn that off
Yeah.
because it's just, I want to help. I want
Yeah.
to be there. I want to fix.
Yep.
But even, you only do so much,
Yeah.
and it's like, I have to remember at the end of the day, I'm not your parent. you know, but in a way
But they're going to love you.
Yeah. I can be the best school mentor and school parent that I can be in those 8 hours or 7 hours, you know? So.
And 15 years from now, somebody might be talking about you the way that you're talking about your kindergarten teacher.
Oh my gosh.
You see what I'm saying?
A dream.
I think
I
think you could do it. I know you could do it.
Yeah.
I worry about those things.
Yeah.
But do you remember when I told you earlier, I instantly think about the negative.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to enjoy the arts and crafts, and you're gonna watching these little guys take naps and cookie times and shit, reading the books to them and stuff like that. I'm like, what if they show up with bruises? What if they, you know what I mean? Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
That stuff kills me. I have such a big heart when it comes to kids.
Because it's just like that.
So helpless.
Their minds are so, they're so tender.
And pure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want anything to hurt that.
But then how did you learn? Because you were in these other situations. So
it's just fate.
I guess in a way, I don't know. I'm not a parent, and but just I guess you have to let them just learn for themselves.
Yeah.
Every now and again.
Yeah.
Make those decisions, and then just try to be that little guiding voice, hey, remember this.
You're like,
remember what happened.
Geppetto.
Yes.
No, not Geppetto.
From Pinocchio.
Is it Geppetto the cricket?
I don't know his name. Oh wait, no.
Geppetto's the guy that makes them.
It's not Geppetto. Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket. You're gonna be their little Jiminy Cricket with a dumbbell, just fucking do the right thing.
Me on my desk.
There's a trend on TikTok, and it started off for me. It started off as "Look for Me in the Sunset." Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't have TikTok.
You don't have TikTok? I think it's on Instagram, kind of too.
Okay.
But it's like a nice song playing, and it's "Look for me in the sunset when I die." Oh. Well, then people got real creative with it, and they were like, "Don't look for me in the sunset. Look for me in the tacos." You know what I mean?
Oh.
Just funny shit like that.
Yeah.
I was talking with Samantha, and I was like, "What should I talk to her about tomorrow?" She's like, "Bring up the trend, and tell her that I said, don't look for me in the sunset. Look for me in the nutrition labels." And that would be you.
Yes. I'll have to watch it now.
They're funny.
Exactly.
They're funny.
Yes, me and nutrition labels are
that's what we were supposed to talk about today.
Food.
Yeah. How long do you think we've gone with 40, this new concept?
40 minutes.
Over an hour.
No.
An hour and 4 minutes.
Okay, before we can touch on nutrition a little bit, I promise, and then I won't go too.
I think we're gonna have to do it next time.
Okay, yeah, but something about TikTok.
Oh, what?
Though, did you hear that they were making a feature to where children after an hour it turns off, and then you have to put on like type in a passcode for you to keep using it? I think it's so dangerous.
I don't think that'll work.
Because all they have to do is type in a passcode. I'm happy they're trying, but it's
not only do they have to type in
bad.
Do
you spend a long time on it?
Me?
Yeah.
All day, every day. I make money off of it.
Really?
Yeah. All my weight loss stuff.
Wow.
I get paid off of
Does
TikTok.
it consume you?
Not anymore, just because I've kind of taken a break.
You post in Ghost? Like you told me?
I want to.
You don't?
You know what? I do.
Yeah.
I do post in Ghost.
Yeah.
And I feel bad.
So you just post and step away for a second.
Now I at least read. I don't comment
read
back.
What comments?
I read the comments now.
Do you get bad comments
all the time?
Really?
Oh, they're miserable.
I didn't know that you.
But I get great comments.
Did so well
too.
off on TikTok, yeah.
Yeah. They pay me.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Good
I've
job.
got brand deals and stuff too.
That's amazing.
I've made commercials.
Why am I just now learning about this?
I don't know.
You have commercials?
Yeah. For
what?
compression sock companies and phone case companies and blenders and
Garrett.
Oh yeah.
Do I know you?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of a big deal.
What?
Yeah, I've had brand deals and stuff like that. I have my own clothes and
amazing.
stuff. Get 20% off with Garrett Olson 91 and
Good job.
yeah, it's cool. It's
wow.
cool.
But you're not consumed. But I guess when it's income,
Yeah,
Do
but
you
I'm not
need to
doing as
be?
great a job as I was
On TikTok?
on my journey on weight loss stuff,
About
so,
losing weight? You don't think you're
Yeah.
doing a good job?
No, I'm doing miserable. For sure.
Mm.
I'm stagnant.
Mm.
I've lost the same 50 pounds probably 4 times now within the last year.
Like got it back, lost it, got it back, lost
Never gone up,
it. Mm-hmm.
lost it, and then went back to where I started. Lost it and went back to
Because
where I
we have
started.
those set points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our
Yeah.
body likes the set
So,
points.
and that's where I fucked up is I started the name of the channel is Garrett Olson Weight Loss.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm doing I can go on there and do the trends. I could do the funny dances. I could do the stuff like that. But I feel like that's where I messed up is I branded myself as the weight loss
But your
guy.
end goal is weight loss.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you to Z.
Well,
Somehow.
I want to talk to you. I've never been against it.
Yeah.
This is the first time you're the first person I've told.
Mm-hmm.
I have a consultation on the 30th for like a weight loss doctor, a surgery doctor.
Surgery?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like the bypass or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see. I've done it before.
Just a consultation.
I've done it already
You've
too.
done the surgery before?
No. I've done the consultation, went to the classes and did
Okay.
that stuff.
Yeah.
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 But this time
It's more real.
it was real the first time too, but I wanted
What
to
made
prove to
you-
myself like
You can do
I
something
don't
on your
need
own.
that, I can do it on my own. I don't think I can.
Why?
I need help. And I think it's a great tool once you start thinking about. Do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything about
Okay, so you have your stomach.
Yes.
At the top of your stomach there's basically a sensor
Yeah.
that says that you're full, and that's what gives you that like
Your
I'm overstuffed.
your leptin.
Is that what it's called?
Your leptin is your satiety hormone.
Okay, perfect.
But it's a hormone.
Oh, I thought it was like a level.
Okay, I don't know what that is. But your leptin is what kicks in to let your body know I'm full, and then your ghrelin lets you know that you're hungry.
Yeah, but it's got to be triggered by something.
Probably by your leptin.
Is that like a button or like a sensor at the top of your stomach?
I don't
No?
believe so. No.
I've always thought that from what I'm seeing, say this is your stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where food comes in. This is where it settles.
Yeah.
There's a sensor up here.
Okay, I don't know what that is. Yeah.
No? Okay. So you fill up your stomach and then you get to that sensor and it's like, oh, dude, like we're going to throw up soon. We're
Yeah.
hungry. I mean, we're not hungry anymore.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, you filled everything up. They're going to cut this water bottle to where it's like I can put like a shot glass in me and then it's going to instantly hit that sensor.
Oh.
So I'm automatically going to feel stuffed.
How do you feel about that?
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think I feel I want it,
Okay.
but then I start thinking about it, and this is like the sickness side of me of the obesity, that I'm like, man, if I get that, I'm never going to be able to pig out at a buffet again. Why is that my thought? Why am I sad about that?
Because you enjoy the way that food makes you feel.
Yeah, but I hate it too. I stuff myself and then I'm sad.
Yeah. Because you crash
Yeah.
after food. But the feeling, think about while you're eating. How do you feel while you're eating?
When I'm on my diet and I'm eating my rice and my ground turkey and my stuff like that, I feel good.
But while you're chewing,
I don't feel anything.
you don't feel anything, right? But
No.
when you think about pigging out,
Yeah.
thinking about pigging out,
Makes me
just
great,
the
feel good.
thought
Yeah.
makes you feel good.
Yeah.
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 And then afterwards, you feel anything.
I feel horrible.
You feel horrible.
Yeah.
So what is it? It's not that you like the food. You like the thought of food,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So that it's here.
100%.
So that's the interesting part.
Yeah.
Is that you can change your thoughts.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So, but the main thing is, if you told me that you want it,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
I feel like I need it now.
I'm
So
not in
which
your
ma-
body.
That's what makes
You
me
know?
want it. Is I feel like I need it as a tool.
It is. your choice.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Everything is your choice.
I'm so glad that you have an opinion on this too, and that you're going to share it with me, because I don't think that you're on board with it, right?
I'm not in alignment with it.
That's fair.
But they say everything you say before the word "but" you don't mean.
That's cool.
But I you know.
But please tell me, don't hold back.
No, what you have tried, you
Yeah.
think you've hit a wall,
Yeah.
right? You think you used all the tools in your toolbox. Are there things that you haven't tried?
Of course.
Naturally.
Of course. 100%.
Like what?
Truthfully,
Hmm.
this is hard to like admit, but it's kind of like obvious,
Yeah.
is I lean into the depression stuff. I lean into my anxiety and my depressions, and I feel like I didn't know anything about trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew anything about trauma until I started expanding my mind on like, why am I like this?
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a lot to do with like childhood stuff. I think food makes me feel secure.
Yes.
Food is something
It's
that
a blanket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So mentally, I know that I could.
Yeah.
I know I could,
You know that you can.
but I won't, and I've proven to myself so many times that I won't. And I don't know why. So I want to eliminate the option to even be able to, which would for me would be to get that surgery. And now even if I want to be sad, I can't overeat. I won't be able to. I'll throw up. They call it dumping.
Oh.
You eat too much and you'll bleh immediately.
Huh.
Because you only have so much stomach now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just tired of being fat, Marina, for real. And
I
I've said this
understand.
100 times, but
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to be strong enough to do it on my own, because that's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
So if you said that this will be hard, losing weight naturally will be hard. You're
Yeah.
saying losing weight naturally will be hard. How do you, I'll take you through like the little thoughts.
Yeah.
And that makes you feel pretty bad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because I feel like
Losing weight will be hard.
because I feel like a figurative and a metaphorical anchor to my family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I've held them back.
By
know,
you being
by me being so big.
overweight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to die
If you're.
if I live the way that I'm living.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I already have to sleep with a machine.
A machine.
I
Oh,
sleep
really?
with a CPAP.
Oh.
So because I stopped breathing on my own
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm so heavy.
Okay. So this doesn't. Are doctors saying like this is like your option or one of your options,
No, this is, I mean,
or this is all you?
well, and the research that I've done on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I've done this research for years and years and years and years.
About this procedure.
A number of people in my family have had it.
Okay. How do they feel? How do they look?
2 of them are dead. 2 of them are dead
From the procedure?
from complications
Of the procedure.
of
And
not taking care of themselves the way they should have after the procedures.
what are the
Well, because it's going to be
after-
hard to get your protein intakes and your vitamins and stuff like that, because you can only eat so much. So there are supplements that you need to take to make sure.
That was my next question. Like,
Yeah.
how do you get in your 150 grams of protein?
A lot of people have a hard time with that.
because you have to wait so long after meals for that.
for the
for that stomach to go, to go down.
Yeah, you can't even. Yeah, it's such a small. Like I will be.
They cut it
full-
over half. Over
like 80%.
Oh man.
I will be full off. I probably will be disgustingly full off a chicken nugget.
One.
Can't have any soda
Yeah.
because the carbonation just expands my stomach too much.
Yeah, you have to think of your deficiencies.
Yep.
And supplements, yes, they can help. And I'm no doctor. You know,
Sure.
I'm really into the just nutrition and the
Of course.
more, what can I do? But supplements, sometimes your body, like we've been saying, the body is smart. The body is so smart. The body knows a supplement.
Right.
Well,
Natural food would always be better.
a supplement is like a capsule, right?
Mhm.
And it's it's not covered with anything. It's not protected by anything.
Right.
It doesn't come in a fibrous shell. It doesn't have any water retention in there. So when your body thinks that it's getting iron or magnesium, is it? I mean, it is, but too much supplementation can confuse your body.
Okay.
An overload of supplements is mismatch. It doesn't match what your body thinks that it's getting because it's supposed to come in this form. This is how it is found. This is how we were evolved to eat.
In natural foods. Yeah.
Yeah, this food is covered in this, and this is tied with this. These molecules go together here.
Yeah.
And then a supplement is stripped. It is stripped out of its home.
Isolated 100%.
Correct. So that's my only worry is your deficiencies, what you might, how you might feel with those, because that's not.
I don't feel good now though.
Wrong. Yeah.
I'm unhappy now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I know this is a fucked up way of thinking about this, but if I'm gonna feel bad, I might as well look better doing it.
No, it's not. That's not a bad thing to say. It's such a big decision that I can't.
And I might not feel bad. Maybe everything goes great for me.
Everything will go great.
But
these have happened. What has happened with your family members? Does that does it scare you?
Of course.
And you're still willing to do it.
I'm gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
They lived longer because of it.
Really?
Yeah. My uncle, the one who passed away with the helmet, he was over 650 pounds at one point. And he had the surgery, and I'll show you a picture of him after this is done, and he just looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
But he had underlying issues. He had issues that he didn't even tell people about. And he didn't take care of himself already for so long that losing weight your heart was fucked up. He died of congestive heart failure in his sleep, wearing his CPAP, and his heart valves just closed, and he died. But that's because he didn't take care of himself for such a long time. Yeah. And when I go to the hospitals now or go get a checkup or whatever, the craziest thing that blows my mind is they say your heart's good, your lungs are good, you're not even pre-diabetic, you're healthy.
So this is what you have. These are things that you have.
I have nothing.
You have a healthy heart. You have healthy lungs.
I have a healthy body except for being so overweight.
So there is hope.
100%.
There is hope there.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, you've been through life. I mean, sometimes the quick fixes aren't always
I know.
the most optimal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just remembering that in your decision and just thinking about those things, like I was saying, what have I not done?
Yeah.
What am I willing to try? Don't put yourself through anything you don't want that makes you sad. Don't put yourself through anything to sabotage or torture yourself or punish yourself. But think about, what have I not tried? What am I willing to try for myself?
Yeah.
What am I willing to try first? And then try that.
Yeah.
And then see how that makes you feel. And that might, spark a little bit more hope for the next thing that you're willing to try. So I just would say give it some time.
Would you wish I didn't get it? For me as my friend, do you don't want me to get it?
I worry. But it's it's like you saying, I don't want you to get lip injections. If I really wanted lip injections, if it's something that I wanted to do, if this is something that you want to do, I have no right to say that.
But I feel like lip injections wouldn't prolong my life or give me a better quality of life.
But you have a risk. You run the risk.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But I have
two
that.
sides.
I can go to sleep tonight and not wake up because of how big I am. My whole life is.
So you feel like you're kind of on a ticking time bomb.
I could have a heart attack right now.
So you think you're in a rush because you're fighting death right now? Is that why?
I think that I have spent.
Or do you think you feel like you don't look good? Or is it both feeling and look?
Both, and then it's my self-worth. Yeah. I'm so down, just because of how I look, how I feel, and I don't look like somebody that my kids would be proud of, I'm not a good example for my children right now. That's
But
hard.
if no one could see you, you would be.
I guess.
Yes. Yeah. So just thinking like that. I mean, I know certain things aren't healthy for your body. Your body doesn't like carrying unnecessary weight.
Yeah.
But as far as image goes, if no one could see you and they can only hear your voice,
Oh,
that
sexy as hell.
That would not matter.
I think I'm hot.
It would it would not matter.
Yeah, you're right.
You know? So
But that's not the life we live in.
it is not.
That's not realistic.
No. But that it's hard. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's a hard choice.
It's hard.
But just
I've been dieting since I was 14.
yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah. I don't like to tell people like we were talking about earlier. I don't want to disagree and
Sure.
force my beliefs onto you.
Not at all.
But if they have said you have healthy lungs and a healthy heart,
I should do it on my own.
then I think you have so much more potential than
Yeah.
someone who desperately needs this surgery.
Yeah.
So much more potential. And there's so many doors that are still closed that you haven't opened and that you'll never have the chance to open after you go through with the decision. The thought of the decision makes you excited. The thought of getting this surgery and looking slimmer and feeling full makes you, but once you're there, are you still going to feel that way
I don't know.
after? Then you don't.
I
But
don't
and
know.
then, but are you willing to not know? Are you willing? Are you willing to take that? Because it's not certain, Garrett.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, it's not certain that you're going to have, you know, this new, your body's already rocking, but this new, you know, this new crazy body, it's a gamble.
Yeah.
But your efforts each day, new things that you can try, they're also a gamble,
Yeah.
but they're reversible.
Yeah.
You
You're
know?
right. Can I ask you an honest question? You'll be honest with me?
Yeah.
Say I get it and I've
Uh-huh.
already gotten it and
Yeah.
I'm a year past down and I'm healthy and I'm happy.
Mhm.
Are you going to still think less than of me?
No.
Not saying that you think less than of me now for doing it.
No.
But would you be like, that's cool, but you could have done it on your own?
I would say I'm so happy
You would.
that he made this decision, and I'm so happy that he's happy with his decision. Would I still worry about some of your deficiencies because of the things about nutrition that I know?
Yeah.
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 But if you're, you know, you feel vital, you're moving well, then all power to you. But
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't wish, I wish he would have just done it on his own. He's better than that. He's, you know, why did he turn to that?
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that. No, you made your mind up that this is the decision that I want and I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And you went for it. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, you know, the way that this works is so my stomach is so much bigger than yours because of how much I've expanded it and stretched it and just overfed it. My stomach is humongous inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically going to be taking my gigantic stomach and cutting it down to a normal sized stomach.
Okay. But does that mean the rest of your body is still going to look the way it looks until you start eating less? Is that what you're saying? So they're going to go in and, you know, adjust your stomach.
Yeah.
But after the surgery, you're still going to look the way that you look.
Immediately. I'm not going to drop 200 pounds immediately.
So it's going to take some time.
Yeah. And it's stuff that I could do now because all that really does is restrict your caloric intake, right? Because you can't eat as much food.
Yeah.
I could do that right now.
You can.
I would be miserable.
But just knowing that you won't have that choice to be miserable
Helps me.
helps you.
Yeah. It's like bumpers on a bowling alley.
Yeah.
I can't strike. I mean, I can't gutter ball.
Can't lose.
I'm going to hit something.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I
right
mean?
now, when you diet, you don't, after you finish a meal,
Mhm.
are you like just so Are you panicking, worrying about that next meal
No.
because you want it so bad?
You want to know the truth?
Mm.
And it might make you sad. It might not. You might be like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The second I stop eating, I'm like, Garrett, you fat piece of shit. You need to fucking kill yourself right now because you are a waste of human life. You are disgusting.
Because you ate. Because you ate.
Yep.
Hmm.
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I don't want to live like that anymore, you know?
But then why would that change after you get the surgery?
Because I couldn't eat like that anymore.
But you're still going to eat.
Yeah, it's not when I just eat normal. We're talking about when I eat normal foods. I don't feel like that when I'm just eating my...
Oh, you mean when you eat like junk food?
When I gorge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're saying you can't gorge. Mm. Well, my last piece of advice, your things can change.
Yeah.
Your body can change. Your palate can change.
Yeah.
There is a chance. There is a way that you can stop craving the things that you crave with time. At a certain point, chicken nuggets, Cheetos won't be appetizing to you anymore.
Yeah.
And beef and spinach and fruit will be.
Yeah.
There is a way, and you don't see that right now because your palate and your body it's like heroin.
Yeah.
Your body, that's what it wants.
Yeah.
But it's not always what it will want once you work to change your palate, because it's possible. And I thought the same. We're not the same. I know, and I don't want to make this story my own, but I ate similar to how you eat.
Yeah.
I ate that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of food, and I couldn't stop. I'd be, just 10 Cheez-Its. I want more. And then pretty soon half of the bag is gone.
Yeah.
I thought I would always have to stop at McDonald's for French fries.
Yeah.
I thought I couldn't go a road trip without stopping for French fries. That's how it was. Milk, everything, nothing. I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Now, it's been so long I don't remember what any of that tastes like. And when I'm around that, because I'm around it all the time, I mean, fast food, no part of me wants that.
Yeah.
None. So that is possible for you.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
But it's going to take time. And just like it's going to take time for you to actually lose weight after the surgery, everything is time. It's just which path of time are you willing to go down and wait for?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But don't feel this is what we have. This is now we have this option of surgery. We have this awesome advanced technology and procedures. This is now. If you want to take advantage of that because you're here in this era, this is where you are. Years ago, maybe, okay, I can't always say like this is what they did, this is natural, this is what they did back in XBC.
Right.
You're in 2023 and this option is available to you. Then I mean, that's not a crime. You're just using your resources.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of which path of time. What do you want to wait for? Do you want to wait for your palate to change? Do you want to wait to see it go that way? Or do you want to wait just for a little bit, and then once your stomach is smaller, then do you want to just put in the work physically, exercise, and do that way?
Yeah. Yeah.
One way or another, you're going to get the body that you want.
Yeah.
One way.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of which way
you
go.
It's just, I haven't made a decision yet, right?
Yeah.
And I have to go to this consultation.
Go to the consultation.
Yeah.
And that's all you're doing. You're you're going to a consultation, just like the other 2 or 3 that you went to.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
And they want to, you have to do psychological tests as well. They won't approve you if you don't pass psychologically.
What kinds of questions will they ask you?
The stuff that we're talking about right now. How I feel like I love binging. I love the fact that food is like, the more I can fit in my mouth, the better it feels. The bigger bite I can take, the better it feels. Mm-hmm.
If you admit that to them, do you think you would pass?
Well, so you admit that on the beginning, and then it's not going to be like, I'm not going to, just because I go to the consultation on the 30th, I'm not going to get it on the 1st.
No. Yeah.
They're even going to set an amount of weight they want to see me lose before they approve, because they want to see that I could eat properly. and they're going to teach me how I can eat during all of that and what I can and can't eat and what I won't ever be able to eat again. And if I don't lose the amount of weight that they want me to lose, they won't approve me.
And even that little step, say you go past the consultation and you start that.
You think that might be enough to kickstart?
That might be able to kickstart. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. You're not even at the consultation. You're sitting here with Rena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's all just, there's so many little tiny steps that you need to take to get there.
Yeah.
You're just thinking, we're thinking consultation, and then boom, new Garrett.
Yeah, that's not going to
I mean,
work
it's
like
the
that.
same Garrett, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it might not be the same Garrett. I was telling Samantha that too. I was like, what if I'm like a white girl who gets a BBL? And like I'm just different now. Because it happens. Most people that get the BBL or body surgeries or augmentations or breast implants or something, they change because they get a different type of attention. You know what I mean? Most people will say, I'm getting work done just for me to make myself feel better. That's not true. Like, let's just be honest.
Because what if it was just you? What if it was just you?
You'd be fine now.
You'd be fine.
You'd be fine now.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You want a fat ass so you look better in a bikini. So you can get a dude with some money on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just be real. We're in 2023.
We're 2023.
So people aren't getting BBLs just because they feel better for themselves.
Yeah.
They're getting it so they look better for somebody. It's just being honest, and I'm being vain about it too. Like I'm tired of being fat. You know what I mean? And I've seen success stories where people get this weight loss surgery and they end up with fucking 6-packs and they end up fucking. It could be great. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to the consultation.
You're gonna go to the consultation
and take it day by day and see what it is. I just know right now I can't trust myself mentally to stick to it long enough to do it on my own.
Right now.
Right this very second. If
Right
I had
now.
to make a decision and the surgery was getting done today, I would do it. But I need to see how it goes. I need to see if it's real. I need to, again, I don't believe in fate. I got a decision to make.
Yeah. You do have a decision.
So.
But I know your end will look like.
Yeah.
Either way.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
You'll choose right.
What do you think? Long enough? Hour 33?
I think so.
Okay. Episode 72. Thanks, guys, for watching. Rena, thanks again for coming on.
Thank
I
you
love
for
having you on. I
having
say
me.
it every time.
I forgot we were filming.
But honestly,
Yeah.
thank you for your real opinion.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you not holding back because I knew you'd feel some type of way. And I was glad that you were the first person I could tell about this because you'd give it to me
I
straight.
appreciate me being the first.
Yeah. So if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And we will see you guys later. Peace out.
Woo!
The Sonder Experience.